filmed to get ready with me in so long, but I absolutely love these videos. I feel like they're just so relaxed, and it's going to be a talk through, so I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys throughout the video about the products that I'm using, about things that I've been loving. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already, or if you are new, that way you can catch all of my new videos as I'm posting them. If you want to see how I got this makeup look, you guys have this Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. This is what I used to create this look. So if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm really sorry to tell you I lost a little bit of footage here at the beginning, but this is what I used to prime my face. The Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Primer, followed by just a little spritz of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. But I'm starting out using the Givenchy Teint Couture Foundation Balm. I'm just blending that out all over my face with this Sephora Pro brush. I'll list it down below in the description box. And now I promise we'll get started with the talk through. I have really large pores and quite oily skin. And this foundation does work for me, but I do have to powder on top of it. It does kind of smooth your pores over a little bit, I do think. And then I also just kind of like to take it and blend it down my neck a little bit. So we're not really going to blend it all the way down into my chest and everything, but you just want to take it like here, like along the jawline, and just drag it down. Coverage that it gives, you can tell on camera I look very, very dewy. So if you like a dewy look, this foundation is definitely for you. I do like a dewy look, but I'm also naturally oily, so I do have to powder. Before we powder, I'm going to apply concealer, and I'm going to use this, the writing is all rubbed off of it, but this is from the UK. It's the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I absolutely love this concealer. It's drugstore. I have the shade Warm Medium number 3. If you can probably find this online, like on Amazon or something, I would imagine. And I really like the pairing of this foundation with this concealer. It has like a thick texture similar to the foundation itself. So first I'm actually going to go ahead and conceal the blemishes around my face. So I'm just going to dot the concealer exactly where I need it pretty much. I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used for the foundation. And we're going to use that same kind of like dabbing motion to just dab the concealer exactly where we need it. And now you can see the coverage is much better. This is still showing through a tiny bit. I don't really care. I prefer to look natural than to cake on a bunch of makeup trying to cover something. If you have any like extreme redness or extreme darkness, it will probably still show through. But overall, for me, this is a nice coverage. I don't feel like I need that much more. I am, however, going to go in on my under eyes, but before I put this concealer on there, I wanted to use a little bit of a corrector. This is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, like a really thick pink or like salmon colored, as they say, cream. But I'm going to take just a really, really small amount on my finger directly, a very inner corner. And I also tend to get really dark right here in this corner, so I'll bring anything that's left over on my finger over there. And it really just brings a lot of brightness. I know color correcting is super in right now. For me, I feel like this is the only color correcting I need. Hakuhodo Sephora Pro, like the small concealer looking brush. I'm really not sure if these are still available, but if they're not, I would recommend using a beauty blender because that works really nicely to blend out this thick cream. Now we're going to put the concealer under the eyes, and I'm going to go back to that same concealer that I was just using. So that's kind of what I like to do. I kind of like to do a little C and then just do like a couple of little lines. I don't like to do like a big thick triangle. Like I said, for me, I feel like less is more. I'm going to go back to the same brush that I just used to blend out that corrector, and we're going to blend out this concealer. I'm going to use the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder in the number 2 Taffetas Beige shade. I use the Givenchy foundation, so I kind of like to pair these. And I'm going to use this little brush, which is also from that Sephora Hakuhodo collection. Before I actually place this on my under eye, I'm going to make sure that the concealer isn't like creased. So you want to like tap it out or blend it out with a beauty blender, and then immediately go in with that powder. I like to set my lid as well because I usually bring the concealer and the corrector up onto my eyelid, and that kind of acts as my eyeshadow primer. Okay, so we're gonna go back in and we're just going to take a big fluffy brush. This one I believe is from Sigma. It's the F30. And I'm gonna focus mainly just on my chin because I put a lot of concealer usually around my chin and I tend to get oily or my makeup like rubs off a lot around my chin. And then we're gonna do the nose area for sure and like around the sides or the corners where I put the concealer. So now that our skin is looking amazing, I'm gonna do this step. I forgot to do this with my skincare. I was gonna use a little bit of my Best Damn Beauty lip mask just as like a primer kind of for my lips. So I wanna let this sink in while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. So we're gonna move on. I'll go ahead and show you guys how I do my brows. It's nothing new. I've been doing the same thing literally forever. I use the Hourglass Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil in the shade Soft Brunette. Just comb them out with a spoolie. Start really light on the inside part. And then once my brows are all filled in, I go ahead and I set them with a gel. I used to use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which I still use and I still love. Recently I did pick up the Brunette shade, and this is also the Anastasia Brow Gel, but it's just a tinted version. And this makes my brows look a little bit warmer, which I don't know. I haven't decided if I love that or not yet, but it also kind of fills in any extra gaps that you have. So I don't even know if you can really tell a difference with the brow gel and without. I think you can see it adds a little bit of warmth because this color is a very warm brown. Now we're gonna go and kind of just further define the brows by doing this really quick step. I don't do this every day, but when like I said, when I have time. This is a matte highlighter crayon from Anastasia. And I got this a really long time ago. I don't even know if they still make this or like it might be in different packaging. And I'm just gonna put that right underneath the eyebrows, and this is hopefully gonna help clean up the fact that I really need to get them waxed. I think I put this in a recent Sephora haul. I think it was the one around Valentine's Day. This is the Giorgio Armani eye tint. This is the shade number 11. I think it's called Rose Ashes. And it's a really unique color. It's like an iridescent platinum rose. I really don't know how to describe it. I've only used it once before, so this is kind of an experiment. We're kind of going to use it as an eye base today. So we're going to take it has like a doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to put that directly onto my eyelid. It does have a really pretty iridescent, like girly glow to it, which is what I'm going for. It is a nice base nonetheless, and it does have a color to it. It's just really hard to tell on camera. It's on my fingers. I'm trying to show you the color. We're gonna go in with an eyeshadow palette anyway. Also showed this in my Valentine's Day haul, so I wanted to kind of use some of these products for you guys. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, and I have been loving this, which I'm so surprised. Mostly because I thought it was gonna be like a cool toned palette. And if you're comparing it to the other chocolate bar palettes, it is a lot more cool toned, but you can get a nice neutral look out of this for every day really easily. I am going to start by taking Satin Sheets, which is one of the really large highlighting shades. I'm going to take that all over the lid with a MAC 217 brush. And I think the Giorgio Armani tint, because it's also really iridescent and has like shimmer in it, it really helps the Satin Sheets color stand out even more. And the next step is going to be just to put a little transition color in the crease. I'm going to use the MAC 224, really fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to take this in the color Almond Truffle. And I'm just going to take that really loosely in the crease. And it's a really beautiful transition shade. I hope you can kind of see already that mauve-y tone building up in the crease. And I love this color. And I've really been enjoying this palette. I think we're going to keep the look really light today. And we're just going to go in with a little bit of Mocha, which is this kind of like nice light brown color right here. And I'm going to take that on my Hakuhodo Sephora Pro. I'm using a lot of the brushes from this collection in this video, but they're really nice brushes. I just don't think they're available anymore, so I'm sorry. And I'm gonna take this first kind of in the outer like V area. And then I'm gonna start blending it into the crease. But now I'm gonna go back in with our MAC brush, and I'm not gonna put any more almond truffle on it. I'm just gonna take it as it already is and just start blending that out together so that the mocha and then almond truffle color are really nice and blended. I'm gonna take it just a little bit deeper, and I'm gonna use Malted, which is the darker brown, which does have, I think it has a little bit of shimmer in it, yeah. So I'm basically just gonna put it here in the outer V, and I'm just gonna keep it on the outside of the crease, like right here. And if I get any fallout, I just like to use my big fluffy brush that I used for the powder and wipe it away. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna take a little bit of molasses chip on this brush, which is from Sonia Kashuk. It's just like a short brush that's really good for packing shadows on the lid. And I'm gonna use molasses chip, which is a really pretty, very pigmented, like foiled gold color. And I'm just gonna press this onto the lids. And now I'm gonna go back in with this brush. I don't even have anything on it. I'm just gonna kind of try and redefine the crease because this brush still has some of that darker color on it. To smudge out the lower lash line, I like to use a little pencil brush for this. This one's from Sigma. It is the E30, I think is what that says. First, a little bit of Malted, just a really little bit in the outside of the lower lash line, like right here. So just a little bit of that one, because then we're going to go in with Mocha. We're basically going to use all the same colors that we used in the crease. So we're going to use Mocha first, and then we're going to go in with Almond Truffle. So for my cheeks, I'm going to be using 3 Hourglass products. The bronzer that we're going to use is the Luminous Bronze Light, which is the lighter of their 2 shades. So this one has the Luminous Ambient Lighting Powder veined through it, which has kind of more of that like pinky glowy tone to it. So I'm just going to take this on my Marc Jacobs bronzing brush and just start building it up. This bronzer seriously makes me feel just like a bronzed like goddess, but not like over the top. I don't know how to describe it. It's amazing. But yeah, we're just going to take the bronzer kind of like all into our chest area. Just make sure that we look somewhat even. This blush is really glowy as it is. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the Luminous Flush color. Normally don't wear a highlighter when I wear this blush, but we're gonna go all out today and we're gonna see how this goes. So I'm gonna use just this Real Techniques Duo Fiber Face Brush. I love using this for blush, and my Hourglass. And it adds so much glow because it has that ambient powder built into it. And I like to take my blush up onto my temples as well, just to even everything out. So now we're going to use this newest product, which is the Hourglass. This is the Euphoric Strobe Light Powder. I did a whole review on these powders. I got 2 of them. This one is the slightly more, I would say like peachy, beigey tone. I did not have the sponge when I made that review video, but I showed this in my last video, which was that collective beauty haul. So I just went and dampened it in the sink, and I dampened it really lightly. I think I'm also going to go in with some of the Smashbox primer water. I'm going to use the tip. This is like the tip that I like to use to apply it. And then you are going to put it quite generously on the high point of the cheek and around the temple in that C motion where you would typically put a highlighter. And I'm going to build it up just a little bit more because I do want a really intense glow. And then you're going to take the other side, which is flat, and use this just to blend it out. And that is the highlight. I think that came out really pretty. Oh my god, you guys, I love these highlighters. We're going to use this brush to highlight all the other areas of our face as well. So I'm going to take this down in the Cupid's bow. Just a really little bit down the bridge of my nose, like right there in the middle, and a tiny amount at the end. I'm also going to go ahead and apply it to the inner corners and my brow bone. And I'm going to also wet my brush. I would use Fix Plus, but it's in the other room and I happen to have this here and I feel like it's the same shit. And then this is a MAC 219. This is like this is also a pencil brush basically. Right in the very part of your brow bone that you want to be like highlighted, that's where we're gonna put it. And then I want to put just a little bit in the inner corners. For eyeliner on the top lash line, I'm gonna use MAC Costa Riche Eye Kohl, and I love this eye pencil. It's a really nice warm brown. And I'm just going to pop this, like I said, right along my lash line. You guys, my camera just died, so if anything looks different, I had to leave. And then I'm gonna take the NARS Rue Bonaparte Larger Than Life eyeliner. It's a nude eyeliner, and I'm just gonna put that on my bottom waterline. And I just realized that I forgot to curl my eyelashes, and normally you should curl your eyelashes before you do your eyeliner because you don't want your eyelash curler to mess up your eyeliner. So, and we're almost done here. We're just gonna do some mascara, and then we're gonna do our lips, and we will be done. Okay, I'm applying the Lancome Lash Primer, the Seal Booster XL. This is obviously a white lash primer. Or the other thing I'm thinking about doing is a spring lookbook, because I just got some new clothes from Free People and Madewell, and I love both of those stores, and I was kind of thinking about doing a lookbook. So leave me a comment and let me know what video you guys would want to see in the comments down below. I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. So this is Drugstore, and I love this mascara. I mentioned this in a recent favorites video. Packaging is like really pink and girly, which goes with the whole theme that we're doing today. But not just that, it gives your lashes a really pretty, like, fluttery effect. It really defines them, it lengthens them, it curls them. It just does, it does everything. It doesn't make them like too like clumpy, but it still gives you volume. It's just really good. It's definitely one to check out from the Drugstore if you haven't checked this one out already. A lot of people have talked about it on YouTube. Okay, so for lips, we're gonna stick to the whole, you know, pink girly theme. I'm not switching this up on y'all at the last second or anything. So I'm gonna first line my lips with the MAC Soar Lip Pencil. It goes with everything. I can't really talk when I'm doing this, so just bear with me. And this goes on really smoothly. Keep in mind, I did put on that Best Damn lip mask, so my lips are really hydrated, kind of oily, because that lip mask does have oils in it, so all of the lip products glide on really smoothly. Always fill in my lips all the way when I do lip liner. I never just like outline them with the line, because I'm scared of getting stuck with the line. And it will alter the color of your lipsticks, but that's kind of one of the reasons why I like using lip liners. For example, the liquid lipstick I'm going to use today is from Dose of Colors, which I love the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick formula, and I love all the colors that I have from them. This one's Bear With Me, and it's a really light pink nude. When I wear this by itself on my skin tone, I think it's a little bit too light that it looks kind of weird. But when I wear it over the Soar lip liner, the Soar lip liner is a little bit darker, so this just doesn't look as awkward, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so I just like to clean up the edges of my lips with my fingers and then kind of like dab the liquid lipstick in. And that just kind of helps it to settle quicker, and it takes a little bit of the excess product off so it doesn't get crusty or cakey or weird or anything. So, and then I think on top of this, to add a little bit of dimension, I'm gonna try out, I don't know how much lighter this color is, but this is the Tarte Lip Paint in Namaste. I can't tell if this is lighter. I'm trying to figure out if one's lighter than the other. Let's see, let's find out, let's swatch it. Because I know the Tarte lip paints are a little bit newer, so you guys might be interested. So this is Dose of Colors Bear With Me, which is also the color that I'm wearing on my lips over the Soar lip liner. Here is Tarte's Namaste, which does appear to be a little bit lighter and a little bit more pink. So I think I might just dab a tiny little bit of this on the center of my lips. I think that Namaste color would probably be a little bit too light for me to use it on its own, but I think it will be nice to use like what I just did, just dab a little bit in the center to add some dimension. So I'm gonna set my face with some Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Whew. God, that stuff feels so good. Like, I'm straight overloading on it. I don't really care. We're going for that glowy, luminous look, right? But yeah, I need to go and do my hair. Alright, so I ended up just putting my hair up in this bun, really for the sake of time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you like this look. I think it came out really nice and like I was going for, just kind of like bright and glowy and girly and springy. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and let me know again what type of video you'd want to see in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!